In the world of the Kardashian-Jenner clan, where family unity is often celebrated, a heartbreaking rift has emerged between two sisters, Khloe and Kourtney Kardashian. This divide has arisen amidst the family's most devastating ordeal to date, the life-threatening struggle of Khloe's 2-year-old son, Tatum. The nightmare began several months ago when Tatum, Khloe's son with ex-partner Tristan Thompson, nearly drowned in a tragic accident at the family's home. The young boy was rushed to the hospital, fighting for his life, and the Kardashian-Jenner clan held their collective breath, praying for his recovery. For weeks, Khloe remained by Tatum's bedside, her maternal instincts taking over as she desperately hoped for a miracle. The family's relief was palpable when it seemed Tatum was on the mend, but their joy was short-lived. Devastating news from the medical team shattered the family's dreams of a full recovery. The lack of oxygen during the drowning incident had caused irreparable damage to Tatum's heart and lungs, leaving him with no choice but to rely on a mechanical ventilator for the rest of his life. The news was just absolutely crushing, Khloe recalled, her eyes brimming with tears. I had been so hopeful that Tatum would make a full recovery, but now he's facing a lifetime of struggling to breathe on his own. It's a nightmare that I can't wake up from. As Khloe grappled with this devastating reality, she found herself at odds with her sister, Kourtney Kardashian, in a bitter rift that has threatened to tear the family apart. The root of the conflict lies in Khloe's desperate need for financial support to cover Tatum's ever-increasing medical expenses. With the initial hospitalization and subsequent surgeries already costing the family a staggering $700 million, Khloe was struggling to keep up. Khloe was just completely overwhelmed, a source close to the family revealed. She had already drained her savings and maxed out her credit cards trying to give Tatum the care he needed, but it still wasn't enough. She had no choice but to turn to Kourtney for help. However, Kourtney, known for her thrifty nature and careful financial planning, was reluctant to provide the level of support Khloe was seeking. The elder Kardashian sister argued that the family had already poured so much money into Tatum's treatment, and that Khloe needed to explore alternative options to manage the costs. Kourtney just didn't understand the gravity of the situation, Khloe said, her voice laced with frustration. She kept talking about being responsible and living within our means, as if Tatum's life wasn't on the line. I needed her to step up and help, but she refused. The tension between the sisters escalated, with Khloe accusing Kourtney of being heartless and unsupportive during their family's greatest time of need. Kourtney, in turn, felt that Khloe was being unreasonable and manipulative, demanding more than the family could reasonably afford. It was just a complete breakdown in communication, the source continued. Khloe was so consumed by her fear and grief over Tatum's condition that she couldn't see Kourtney's perspective, and Kourtney couldn't understand the depth of Khloe's desperation. The whole thing just spiraled out of control. As the rift between the sisters deepened, Khloe made the agonizing decision to cut ties with Kourtney, at least temporarily. She removed her sister from Tatum's medical team, refusing to allow Kourtney any involvement in the decision-making process. I just can't have her around right now, Khloe admitted, her voice wavering. Every time I see Kourtney, all I can think about is how she's not doing enough to help Tatum. I need to be laser-focused on my son's care, and I can't have that kind of negativity and conflict around him. The fallout from the sisters' estrangement has been felt throughout the Kardashian-Jenner clan, with the family members finding themselves caught in the middle of the emotional tug-of-war. Matriarch Kris Jenner has been attempting to mediate the situation, but her efforts have so far been met with limited success. Kris is just heartbroken seeing her daughters at odds like this, the source revealed. She's tried to get Khloe and Kourtney to see each other's perspectives, but the pain and stress of Tatum's condition have made them both incredibly stubborn and unwilling to compromise. Adding to the family's distress is the overwhelming financial burden they now face. With Tatum's lifelong dependence on a mechanical ventilator, the costs of his ongoing care are projected to be astronomical. The Kardashian-Jenner clan has already exhausted their savings and resources, and they are now turning to the public for help. Khloe has been vocal about her family's financial struggles, launching a GoFundMe campaign to help cover Tatum's medical expenses. The campaign has already raised millions of dollars, with the public rallying behind the reality star's heartbreaking story. "I never thought I'd have to do this," Khloe admitted in a recent emotional video. "But Tatum's care is costing us more than we can possibly afford, and I'll do anything to make sure he gets the treatment he needs. I'm just so grateful to everyone who has donated and shown their support." Despite the outpouring of public generosity, the financial burden remains overwhelming, and the family's internal conflict is only adding to the stress. Khloe, already stretched thin emotionally and physically, is struggling to maintain her focus on Tatum's care while also navigating the rift with Kourtney. "I'm barely holding it together," Khloe confessed. "I'm constantly worried about Tatum. I'm barely sleeping, and now I have this added stress of dealing with Kourtney. I just want my family to come together and support each other, but it feels like that's too much to ask for right now." As the Kardashian-Jenner clan continues to grapple with this heartbreaking situation, the public has rallied behind Khloe and Tatum, offering messages of support and prayers for the young boy's recovery. The family's GoFundMe campaign has continued to garner attention, with many hopeful that the outpouring of generosity will help alleviate the financial strain. However, the road ahead remains uncertain, and Khloe knows that the battle to save her son's life is far from over. With Tatum's lifelong dependence on a mechanical ventilator, the family must now prepare for a future filled with ongoing medical care, constant vigilance, and the emotional toll of watching their beloved child struggle to breathe. "I won't give up on Tatum, no matter what," Khloe vowed, her eyes shining with determination. "He is my whole world, and I'll fight until my last breath to make sure he gets the care he needs. But I can't do it alone. I need my family to be there for me and for Tatum. We have to put aside our differences and come together, because that's the only way we're going to get through this." As the Kardashian-Jenner clan navigates this unimaginable crisis, the world waits with bated breath, hoping that the family's strength and love will be enough to carry them through this devastating ordeal. Tatum's fight for life has become a symbol of resilience and determination, and the public's support has never been more crucial. "Tatum is a fighter," Khloe said, a glimmer of hope emerging through the tears. "And with the help of my family and the love and support of everyone who has rallied behind us, I know he's going to make it through this."